I was once part of a ministry group that went to a university to talk about prayer. We would ask the students who were walking by if they were to say a prayer today, what prayer would they pray? And we would then offer them a piece of paper and say that if they wanted to write down that prayer, we would pray that for them. The initiative was called Say One For Me. And students would say all sorts of things. Some would say they would pray for world peace. Some would say they would pray for the exams. Some would pray that they find a girlfriend or a boyfriend or whatever it might be. Well, we approached this one woman who was walking by and said our spiel, and she said she didn't know what she would pray for. So we handed her the piece of paper and invited her to think about it for a moment, and when she thought about a prayer she would pray, we would pray that for her. So she went and sat down with that piece of paper. A minute later, we looked over, and we saw her uncontrollably weeping. So one of the ministry team went over and sat with her, and it turned out that in that moment, she recognized that she didn't know anybody in her life who would pray for her. And all of a sudden, she felt desperately alone. In the deepest part of her soul, she felt alone. You know, sometimes we think that this faith thing is something that we just do ourselves. Right? After all, the Spirit is sent to us, and we have the Spirit of Jesus within us. So all that we need to do is just manage this faith thing by ourselves. But that's not what we see in the Bible. What we see in the Bible is that the Spirit is always sent to a community of people. And Jesus is always bringing people together to care for each other, to equip each other, and to pray for each other. One of the last verses that we read in one of our readings today is that the disciples were always together, constantly praying for each other. And that's what we try to be here at the Cathedral. Yes, we want to be a community of vitality. Yes, we want to be a community of excitement and ministry and fun and activity. But we also want to be a community of prayer. We want to be a community of people who gather together to uphold each other in prayer and to say, I will pray for you, and will you pray for me? In a community where anybody can come carrying whatever anxiety or fear or struggle or stress. And in these walls, you will find people who will care for you and pray for you. And if that's something that you're looking for in your life, if that's a community that you want to find yourself in the midst of, then we want to invite you to come check us out here at the Cathedral. We have 2 services on a Sunday. We have one at 8 o'clock in the morning in our chapel, and we have one at 10 in the morning here in the sanctuary. But if going to church and walking through the front doors still seems a little nerve-wracking for you, then please join us online. We go live on Facebook at 10 o'clock. Just find our Facebook page, St. Paul's Cathedral. But wherever you are, may you know that you are loved. May you know that God is with you. May you know that the blessings of God and the Spirit of God surround you. May you know that in some way this church is here to pray for you. God bless you all.